First pitch coming your way. Just about set to go. On the hill here today, Framber Valdez, singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes them out. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
In the air out towards right center. Sizes this one up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Take a look at the lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity, as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Ground ball, Vlad Jr. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 31, Riley.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Riley Green. 0 for 6 in the series so far. A little bit high. Ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Now a screamer into the outfield. And he pulls up on it, and that's a hit.
Batting fourth.
And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter.
1-0.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. And a pitch. Sliced hard but foul. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. On the ground to third. Machado throws to first in time. And that'll do it. 1 left for Detroit. Back in Boston, getting the nod on the mound, Reese Olson. What do we have on him?
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
He was late there. Strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And there's a ball. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. He did not go around. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. Goes to second, safe there.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now homered last night, added another hit as well. And that one is in for a strike. Marte over at second. Rodriguez on at first with nobody out. Ground ball left side, could be two. Flips it for one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boot. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you gotta remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Now it's Devers at the plate and fires in a fastball at 95. No score yet, but a runner at third with two away. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got him swinging, and that is that. On to the second from Fenway Park. No score. All set for the start of the inning. And now Colt Keith. Valdez back to work. On the corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. Valdez, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third, and he held back according to Ricky Holiday. Hit in the air, center field. Rodriguez settles underneath it, and there's one away.
The catcher, number 34.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. Drove in both of their runs last night. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. And it skips in the dirt. Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time, and that's an out.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
2 outs, base is empty. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. In there for strike one. And a curve misses outside.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
On the ground. Marte throws to first in time. And that is the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Boston. Here's Manny Machado.
The third baseman, Manny.
And a pitch.
Machado.
That misses. Ball one. Now one missed.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges. Really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike one.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a pop-up. Ibanez under it. Makes the catch. And there's one away.
The left fielder, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now. Swung on, popped up left side. Urshela pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. That one ripped left field. Gone! It's his 8th home run of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now, Ellie De La Cruz. The shortstop takes the ball. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Solo shot opens the scoring for Boston. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Here's the veteran shortstop, Javier Baez. And a pitch. Hot shot to third. Over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting up, the second baseman, Andy Ibanez.
And next up for the Tigers, Andy Ibanez.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that one's a little bit low. 1-0. Ibanez, 31 years old, and he was born in Cuba. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Urshela stands in now and watches strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Tigers are shut down there. They still trail 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong.
Connor Wong.
On the ground to the left. And that one finds its way through. And that turns the lineup over.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Bounce to the right side. Fires to second for one. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Reached on an infield single his first time. And there's the strike.
0-1.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. And that's strike two.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Back here at Fenway, here's Mark Canha.
The left fielder, Mark Canha.
Valdez back to work. On the corner at the knees for a strike.
Well, these Tigers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
Riley Green up now for the Tigers. In the air, right field. Tatis after it. He's got it. And there's two away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
Stepping in, Kerry Carpenter. 0 for 1 so far. Hard hit to third. Fires over to Guerrero. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. And it remains 1-0. And we're back. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The right-hander back to work. In for a strike. 0-1. Fights it off. You'll see another. Up and in, and it's 1-2.
It's a good take.
Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Designated hitter.
And here is Devers. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in the dirt. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
2 outs, bases empty. Manny Machado up next for the Red Sox. Right through there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
2 outs. And that skips into there. In the air, out towards left center. Canna under it. Makes the catch, inning over. Back here in Boston, now Colt Keith.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
0-1's the count.
And now the lefty misses off the plate. 1-1.
Well, these Tigers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Now batting, catcher, Jake.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1. And a good eye there.
Count 1-0.
Keith gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings over the top of that one.
1-1.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And next to hit for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. First pitch just misses.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Well, that's what you hope for if you're out there on the mound. First and second, nobody out. Somehow get a ground ball. He got it right there. Nice double play by the infield.
Javi Baez digs in right side. Grounded out his first time up. And that's in there at the knees. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. And the pitch. This to third. That ends the frame. Tigers leave one, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back now at Fenway, and now it's Juan Soto.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Tatis in the box with one away as he takes ball one. One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Tatis waits. The punch out there, and now 2 gone.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
The shortstop.
Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Down the line. Canna on the run towards the line. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Two down, nobody on. The other way. Dives and it gets by. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Righty delivers. And 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Green settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Fenway, here's the second baseman, Andy Ibanez.
Andy Ibanez.
And here it comes. And a curve drops in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Kicks and fires. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And he deals. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. Gio Urshela to the plate. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Urshela, 32 years old, and he's a native of Colombia. 1 down, base is empty. And they're at the knees. And the count even 1-1. The wind of the pitch. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Bases empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Left field. Soto gets under it and makes the grab. And there's two away.
Now
here's the left fielder, Mark Canha.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Swung on, belted. And it's off the green monster. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
And in scoring position with two away. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
One. And that one missing low. With the tying run at second here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's even up. The pitch. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. He powers that one out of here. And they slide in front in the 6th. It's 2-1.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, it's such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Carpenter in the box again, takes a strike. The wind and the pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. Swings through it for the K. He swung over top of the curveball. Detroit adds 2 on this homer. And the home team down a run. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Fenway Park, bottom of the inning. Here's Ketel Marte.
The second baseman, Ketel Marte.
The wind to kick the pitch.
Nope.
Just
Ball
missed.
1. Ball 1, no strike.
Missed with a changeup, and the count is 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
There's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The wind of the pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
The batter, the center fielder,
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Red Sox. Rodriguez having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. And that's in for a strike. The Tigers up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Way out front for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ball 1 there.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a ball hammered left field, high off the light tower and gone. A towering blast, a laser to left. Home run number 20 on the year, and it ties it up. It's 2-2. Singy, that's his 150th career home run.
Man, Boog, 150 trips around the bases. That's a lot. Congrats to him. I tell you what, that's a lot of trotting. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one is upstairs. Olsen. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
So 2 down, and next for the Red Sox, Manny Machado. Up the middle, Baez. They take the force out, and the inning is over. Solo blast ties it for Boston. 2-2 game. You're watching Major League. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, Colt Keith. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That one is blasted. Left field towards the monster. He brought it back.
Now back, catcher,
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Out towards left center. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away now. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers.
Spencer
That's inside, and that's ball one. And downstairs. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Ripped to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is that. Down in order go the Tigers. And this game is still tied at 2-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Shelby Miller.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Here's Juan Soto.
Leading off.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here. He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And the pitch. And a foul ball. Miller, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. And that's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Action in the pen down there. Will Vest preparing to come on if needed. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Wouldn't chase that time.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Fouled off to the right. (3-2). Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one not close. And 1-1. And fouled off. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. And a swing and a miss. 1 away.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So stepping in for Boston, Ellie De La Cruz. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Right-handed reliever. And that one hit to first. To second. And it pulls the shortstop off the bag.
Now batting, catcher.
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog. Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 1 out. High fly ball out to left field. Canna under it. Makes the grab.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Patel.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. 1 for 3. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball left side. Down the line, and it's foul. The 0-2. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled in plenty of time to first. And we stay tied as the inning ends. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Mike Baumann. And he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball. And a pitch. Baez in the box now. Takes strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brian Bayo, the young right-hander, up and throwing. And a big swing and a miss.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
That's to third. Slides for the stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Right through there for a strike. And there's a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Here comes a pitch. And another ball. Wouldn't chase that time. Gio Urshela up next for the Tigers. Laser base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
So the lineup flips over. Gio Urshela steps in. And that one is inside. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Caught just shy of the wall.
What a gutsy play. I always found that it was difficult because of such a wide warning track here at Fenway Park. To get back there, sometimes you don't know where you are. But with reckless abandon, he goes up and challenges the monster and comes down with an incredible catch.
In the air out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. Brings it in for the third out. 1 left for Detroit. Score remains 2-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Will Vest.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
The center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
The pitch. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. At the belt and fires. And another ball. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Ball 3.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to bat next. And the right-hander deals. And a 4-pitch walk.
And he's a guy that will certainly think about stealing a bag or two. Not the kind of speed you want to put on base in a tie game.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Pickoff move to first. With the go-ahead run at first, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Alex Lang getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Hard liner. Squeezes it.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Rafael Devers up to hit. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. And that's in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. A way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Trying to keep this a 2-2 game here in Game 3 of this 4-game series. Throw to first. Left-hand batter waits. Line drive. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Here's Rodriguez trying to score. Relay throw. Safe.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. He didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One down. And now it's Manny Machado. And the slider just misses. And the 1-0. Just missed.
2 balls, no
Devers, the runner at second with one away. That one missed. Now 3-0.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Next offering is in for a strike. That to right. Green going after it. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
So up next, Juan Soto.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Outside low. Ball 1.
Count 1-0.
High in the air, out to right. On the move. Nabs it, and that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Tigers. pitch. In the air, left field. Soto gets under it, and there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Carpenter, the next to hit, takes ball one. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. On the ground. And a base hit.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
One down, runner at first. Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. That's in there. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. High fly ball down the left field line. Soto on the move, racing back. And it hits off the monster. Around third. The relay to the plate. The tag, and he's out. And they cut down the tying run.
Well, this just can't happen right there. You can't try to score from first base with less than 2 outs unless you can pretty much walk across the ditch. And to get thrown out like that really throws water on the fire of a rally in this inning.
So, last chance for the Tigers. And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. Trying to deliver as the hero. And there's the strike.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. Right through there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
This could end it. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. Kenley Jansen picking up the save. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. For the Tigers, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 4 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes.